Hello, everyone, and welcome for today's webinar. For those who don't know me, hi, my name is Yaros, and I'm heading the integrations department here at Tools for Brokers. I'm based in Georgia myself, and together with our global teams in Cyprus, London, Singapore, and Dubai, we help brokers, we help hedge funds, liquidity providers all over the globe to grow their business with us. And as part of a broader TFB ecosystem, we offer over 25 solutions, from our core infrastructure component, the trade processor, to a wide range of reporting, automation, and risk management tools, all designed to help brokers operate with greater efficiency on the market. And talking about the trends of this market, which is evolving at a blistering pace and investor expectations grow significantly, many of our partners, they begin looking for ways to offer more structured investment products. Those that are easy to launch, that are scalable and attractive to both professional traders and passive investors. And that's exactly where PAMM, the percentage allocation management module, comes into play in TFB. It has earned its place as one of the most impactful and sustainable components in the TFB ecosystem. And today, I'm glad to give you through its potential. So, what can we expect within the next 25 minutes? We will start by the outlining what PAM is. I mean, the core problems it helps to solve. And actually, this part will be our biggest yet the beneficial one. So stay prepared for it. After that, we will take a closer look at the most painful points, which are ready to be resolved by PAM, and then walk through the key benefits, especially how PAM opens new revenue channels and increasing the operational transparency. And finally, I'll share some insights from my role in integration, focusing on how PAM fits into the existing infrastructures. And of course, we'll wrap up with the live Q&A session. So if you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop them into the chat, and I'll be happy to answer as many as we can after the main presentation. So before we dive in, let me just ask you something. How many traders do you have? Maybe you've got a few top performers and a solid base of passive ones who would love to find each other, but just aren't quite ready to trust a trader they don't really know. Wouldn't it be great if you could bring them all together under one system, one roof, fully connected? And if that sounds even a little familiar, then now is the perfect time to explore what TFB PAM is built to do and how it helps to solve the challenges like that. Let's begin with some fundamentals and share the core idea of TFB's PAM system, which is clear and pretty straight. PAM solution is designed to enable professional money managers to trade on behalf of multiple investors, and all from a single master account, while the investor activity is automatically calculated based on their capital, no manual intervention needed from their side. And here you remember my question a few seconds ago, right? Regarding the traders. So actually, our goal here has always been tied into an idea of bringing the performance of professional trading to a broader investor base. And in the meantime, to empower the brokers to scale efficiently and responsibly. So speaking directly, PAM offer a fund-like investment experience that fits seamlessly into the broker's environment, or can be deployed as a fully tailored setup if needed. Either way, you retain the full control. And taking a look at our picture, there are some basic mechanics here. The structure is common and well known in the industry. At the center, there is a money manager, a professional trader who operates from their MetaTrader terminal using one or more dedicated accounts. And yes, no need to learn new platform, no need to adapt the strategies. All trading, it goes through the MetaTrader or even 10 of them, as TFB PAM works in multi-platform mode also. Meanwhile, investors, they are connected behind the scenes with trades mirrored in real time and based on each investor's balance or equity. The allocation happens instantly and proportionally that creates a trusted and fully automated environment. which is also creating the value across the whole board of participants, where money managers, they just can focus on their performance, where investors enjoy the hands-off experience, and brokers, they retain the full control over allocations, over fees, reporting, and risk. And the most important here is an idea of the network effect. The better the manager performs, the more investors they attract, and the more volume goes through the platform. And that's why we have built PAM to be as intuitive and user-friendly as possible, both on web and mobile. And internally, we followed a very simple rule during the development. I mean, no matter how complex the logic is under the hood, the interface must still remain simple, manageable, and tailored directly towards your needs. And that's why we have focused so heavily on your feedback to ensure the platform reflects your business model and meets your operational goals. And talking about the experience, it is shaped for each stakeholder inside the system, where you have the administrators with the full control of the system, the money managers who benefit from the dashboards, from the referral links, and trading via the MetaTrader terminal, and investors who enjoy the transparent interface, mobile-friendly interface, showing the real-time P&L risks and trade history. So this structural model ensures the operational clarity and a great experience for every participant. And yeah, probably at this point, some of us have a real question. Does PAMA kind of compare to social trading? Well, while these two models may sound similar at the first glance, they are fundamentally different in terms of structure and purpose. And moreover, they often serve the complementary roles. So let me break it down. PAM, especially in a way that Tools for Brokers has built it, is structured like a fund management system. I mean, it is centralized where one money manager executes all trades, where the investors join passively and allocate capital to receive the proportional returns. And broker, as I have already mentioned a bit earlier, he retains the full operational control over the fund flows, allocations, everything. While comparing it to social trading, which is decentralized, where any signal provider can be followed, where investors should be more active. I mean, they pick trades, they pick traders on a daily basis, they monitor performance by their own, and should be deeply involved into the industry in order to gain. While the control for brokers is often shared or reliant on third-party platforms. So, which one is better? The most important part here is that these two models are not mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other. And that creates one of the most frequent questions we get. Can PAM and social trading work together in the same environment? And the short answer is yes, absolutely. While these two solutions may sound similar, they actually serve different investor profiles and offer different functional benefits. PAM is all about fully automated passive investing. It's designed for clients who want to allocate funds to a professional money manager and just watch the results growing over the time. On the other hand, social trading is more flexible, interactive solution for those who just want to follow the individual trades and gain more personal control in terms of investors. And we often work with brokers who are already running a social trading platform, and they come to us by looking the ways to scale their business, especially when they start attracting a broader client base. And they ask, like, can we PAM on top of our existing social trading platform? And the answer is, again, yes. In fact, we have had multiple successful implementations where PAM complements social trading. It does it perfectly and vice versa. So let me just briefly share one of the recent examples. The broker, he has approached us with a clear goal to expand the investment offering and attract a new segment of passive investors. Those who just don't want the copy trades. They want instead a structured, fund-based approach with performance-based logic. So we can understand him and we implement PAM in his environment. And yes, we did it alongside the existing social trading system, since PAM solution works as fully separate model in TFB with its own logic of calculations, so zero conflicts here. And at the beginning of it, there were some doubts regarding the strategy, but the results show that the client, he has segmented their audience more effectively. He saw an increase in investor retention, especially among those who performed a set and forget approach. And most importantly, they scale faster by serving both investor profiles without changing platforms and without compromising control. So if you are thinking about adding PAM to your stack, maybe not to replace social trading, but to enhance your investment offerings, it's absolutely doable. And if done right, it may become a powerful growth lever for the company. So that's about PAM introduction. Now it's time to shift the gears now and talk about the operational side of brokerage management. And more importantly, the common bottlenecks that PAM was specifically built to eliminate. The bottlenecks, because as your brokerage grows, the complexity grows with it. I mean, more clients create more accounts, more trades create more risk exposure, and a broader investor base. It also brings the high expectations around the service and transparency and performance. And to be honest, these are good problems to have. Really, they reflect the growth. And if you already find them, you are on the right way. But if you don't address them early, they start causing delays, confusion, and even lost clients. And that's exactly where PAM by Tools for Brokers can step in and make a real difference. So let's take a look at some of the most common problems brokers face as they grow and how TFB PAM help to solve them. And the first major challenge we see as a broker scale is a surge in manual operations. Yeah, especially around the trade adjustments, around the synchronization and client allocation. And I'm sure it's completely familiar scenario for some of us when you're managing thousands or even hundreds of investors' accounts manually, or relying on spreadsheets, on trade copying, so as to keep everything in sync and keep your clients. And it starts small, but quickly leads to errors, to delays, and growing pressure on your support team. So to eliminate this friction, TFB PAM can really help with some important basics, like the automated trade allocations, like mass investor management actions, and the real-time sync with MetaTrader platforms for both open and closed trades. And in result, you may get a low touch, a high efficiency investment system where one money manager can serve hundreds of clients, everything automatically, no delay or manual intervention. So it's not just a matter of convenience. It's essential if you want to scale without doubling the size of your operation team. And that brings us to the next critical area about compliance and reporting, like a growing pain point for every serious broker. Because while the operations grow, so do reporting requirements. And in order to stay ahead, you may need different tools to have. For example, like audit-rated transaction logs, like detailed fee and volume reporting, everything you may need to have right at the moment when it's no time to wait, but the reports should be here and now. And on the other side, if you are already compliant and have your own integration with the RegTech or back office compliant tools, there is a REST API, which makes it easy to plug PAM directly into your infrastructure and to connect it with your existing CRM or reporting solution or any other API-friendly platform. And finally, a challenge that often goes unnoticed until it starts affecting the retention: the unclear communication with passive clients. Yeah, according to our experience, many passive investors, they just disconnect simply because they don't know what is happening. I mean, they don't see the value itself, despite the fact it really exists. And maybe sometimes they don't understand the results. But the pain point is that they may never reach out. And as a result, there may be a necessity to have the particular tool empowering your cooperation with the client, and even indirectly, without the direct involvement from your support team. For example, the automated reports sending on a daily basis, which are displaying all the trading activity for the client, it discloses many transparency aspects for them and improves your interaction without the direct communication involvement. Also, the customizable branded portals with your company colors and your company logo at the top of it. So combining these aspects with flexible visibility control for different client groups, this not only improves the retention, but also helps to reduce the number of incoming support requests. And just to expand it, let me quickly share the real story. So we worked with a broker who was using a semi-automated solution for investor allocations just some time ago. And their client base grew while they were flooded with the repetitive client questions from their investors, like what was the equity yesterday? Which trades did I have open last week? And can I get a report of my earnings? And you can imagine how the process of answering for hundreds of clients became a nightmare for them. Moreover, it also frustrated the investors who were waiting for the answers. So here we jumped in with the PAMM functionality and helped them to customize their reports to proactively include the particular metrics, which were always in demand for their clients. So we made the research, we implemented, and what's the result? The repetitive requests, they dropped by 50%, and client feedback has been improved significantly. The support team also got their time back, and the broker could focus on growth instead of day-to-day firefighting. And that's one of the situations where PAMM improves not just automation, no, but also the communication, the investor experience, and the operational efficiency. So at this point, I think here is a great time to talk about why PAMM is such a powerful tool for retail brokers and why it's more than just a product feature. So at the moment, we know that PAMM helps brokers offer structured investment options, help to reach new type of clients and grow without extra pressure on the operation team. It automates tasks that would normally take a full support staff while still giving you the full control over money flows and revenue streams. Speaking directly, it's a way to level up your brokerage in terms of how you position your brand, what do you offer to your clients, and how you make money in overall. So let me share some insights based on the real practice, where one of the first things brokers notice is how PAMM elevates their brand. Instead of being just another trading platform, you now offer structured, fund-like investment services where clients can invest in proven money managers under your own company. And this positions the company as a trusted investment partner, not just a place to trade. And of course, it attracts the attention of serious investors who want passive returns and experienced money managers who is looking for a platform to grow their client base, both of them. And as a result, your client base improves in both quality and loyalty. And your brand stands out in even the most competitive market. Talking about the scalability, the limitations are way beyond. So it allows to onboard multiple money managers and thousands of investors while the system still remains stable to take care of your trade allocations, of fee calculations, and reporting everything. Everything goes automatically. So even as you grow your client base, your workload doesn't grow with it. And you are scaling the asset under management, not the tickets generated for your team. And because TFB PAMM is built to support multiple MetaTrader service, it also grows with you. No need to change the system, hire more staff, or rent another server. So that is the modern brokerage scale. That is how modern brokerages scale fast, while still delivering the service on a high and smart level. And to get it even smarter, your strategy needs the right blend of growth drivers. Even small one can become the game changer for expanding your trading network. And that's why many brokers, they don't miss the opportunity to turn their money managers into their growth partners. Easy. They trade, they perform, and in doing so, they attract investors. And of course, PAMM is designed to support it by offering the referral links and widgets so they can onboard investors directly from their site. And that means you grow without spending more on marketing. It's a performance-based growth, and everyone wins with such an approach. And of course, we can't forget about the bottom line, the revenue, where TFB PAMM gives brokers multiple ways to earn from both trading activity and investment performance. And one of them is the fees. In TFB PAMM, we have 5 different types of fees, and if you are using it with our trade processor, you can also expand your revenue growth with one of the mechanisms inside, like applying markups, commissions, and all the other included. So whether you want to monetize trades, performance, PAMM gives you a flexible and scalable way to do it. And isn't it great to have all these features inside the TFB PAMM system? Yes, but how can it be integrated with your infrastructure? It will be my pleasure to open it. To be honest, one of the strongest business cases for TFB PAMM is that it's not a standalone module. I mean, it's an integrated investment infrastructure that fits seamlessly into your existing ecosystem. Right out of the box, PAMM is fully connected with MT4 and MT5. It is syncing trades, investor allocations, money manager performance, and all in real time. And of course, it supports the integration with all the products from TFB ecosystem, including the trade processor, the dynamic leverage changer, and all the solutions from the TFB toolbox. But it doesn't stop there. It also has an API layer, yes, allowing direct integration with your CRM for unified client onboarding, for KYC handling, balance allocations, all the other. With your RegTech systems to keep you fully compliant, with the BI dashboards so you can track assets and clients' behavior across your network. And of course, it also may be integrated with the client portal or website to give the investor branded, real-time access to their accounts and make you feel better with it. So whether you are using a single server or managing a larger multi-platform setup, PAMM easily adapts to your business model with the full functionality and customization options included. And of course, such a system, it is fully supportable. So beyond the knowledge base and AI systems, our 24/7 live support team is always here to help you get 105% out of the whole solution. As a result, you stay in control with a clear view of everything. You stay flexible without sacrificing the reliability. And that's the key takeaway here. PAMM doesn't force you to change how your brokerage runs. It simply helps you run better, faster, and smarter. So that brings us to the end of the main part of today's session. Hope I have shed some light on the technology in overall. And let me just quickly check some questions in our chat. So I'll give you a few seconds to finish, and yeah, and I can follow them one by one. So the first question, does PAMM works with futures brokers? Yeah, definitely. We even have some brokers who work with futures and who has PAMM integrated into the system. So yes, it is fully integrated. Yeah, we have another one. Does it have mobile app? Is the functionality the same? Yeah, we have the web interface for PAMM investors, and the interface itself is the same. I mean, it replicates the interface from the web version, so no limitations for the functionality. Both versions works and cooperate with each other. How many money managers and investors can PAMM support? What is the performance capacity? Yeah, great question. Great question. So I'll try to be short here. So we have developed PAMM with a huge scalability potential. I mean, in result, it doesn't have any limitations inside the PAMM system itself, and it totally depends on the hardware of the machine where it is installed. So you're just starting your business, or maybe you already have a client base of money managers and investors. In case you are starting the business, it's totally good to take a less powerful machine so as to minimize the operational cost and save some money for scaling. And if you have a huge client base, it's not a problem for PAM. Also, everything depends on the host machine where it is installed. Moving forward, how much time does it take to integrate PAM with MetaTrader? Well, actually, all the integration has already been prepared, and all we have to do is to integrate PAM into your infrastructure. And it's usually based on the complexity of the setup you have. I mean, in terms of the number of CRMs, the websites that should be integrated. But in general, we are ready within 5 business days. So we have, so PAM is up and running with your infrastructure, with your MetaTrader within 5 business days. Do you have a preview on backend operational portal for brokers to make edits? Yeah, that's also a great question. So I think that's a great question to share with us directly, because we should open a bit more details here. And moreover, if you have any other questions or want to request a demo of PAM or any other product of TFB ecosystem, we are always here to make it for you. So just drop us a line on salestfb.com and we will be glad to help you there. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's a huge pleasure for me to hold a webinar for you. Please stay tuned for the upcoming events. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye. See you.